So most traders hear about fair value gaps but either overcomplicate them or can't figure out how to actually trade them profitably. In this video, I'll show you a simple way to trade fair value gaps in under 8 minutes, and I'll do so step by step. Also, by the end of the video, you will understand how to spot the right fair value gaps, how to confirm your entries, and exactly where to set your stop loss and targets. No confusion. So, I am Will Ingam. I've been trading for 4 years and helped traders shift from losing to consistent profits by a blue. That shit is cap, man. I've no help, no fucking trader. But I've been trading for 4 years though. That one is for sure legit. Okay. So the first part of the video will be just understanding and identifying fair value gaps. So as you guys can see from my screen recording, you know what? I'm gonna use a pair that most people are familiar with. Let's just say Euro USD. I'm with the AP for 200k. Stand them up on rainbow fish. That might be alright, but I ain't okay. So the main idea with fair value gaps is they are similar to like supply and demand. It's just now the ICT concepts, like yeah. So basically, fair value gaps are like price points where price has to like be tested before continuing in this direction. And one thing or one advantage of using fair value gaps is that they help you with directional bias. So let's say you are a day trader or intraday trader and you want to like know the direction. Many a times it's best to use fair value gaps to go based on the fair value gaps that are being respected and know that the fair value gaps that are being respected indicate a change in structure and a move towards a new bias and market direction. So bullish fair value gaps are like demand zones indicating that we're going to be moving forward with buys. Bearish fair value gaps indicate that the market is moving bearish and we'll be selling. And so just looking at Euro USD right now, the first fair value gap that crosses my mind is a bullish fair value gap. And let me just spot it out for you guys. I'm going to use my rectangular tool. So this is a bullish fair value gap. I'm going to give it a blue color. Let me see. Funny enough, you realize that as the market is moving upward, as the market is moving upward, we are mostly having the bullish fair value gaps. So another bullish fair value gap will probably be this one. It's very minute, but it's still there. That's a bullish fair value gap. This is a bullish fair value gap. So as you guys can pay attention, if you even without me saying too much, you'll probably realize that price went up, created this fair value gap, then came back for the retest. You didn't really like touch it, but you get my point though. And we're moving forward. Another bullish fair value gap, and as I mentioned earlier about respecting the previous buyers, this is a bearish fair value gap. And if you pay attention, you realize that, let me change the color to red. You realize that price broke it, like price disrespected that fair value gap, indicating a shift in structure, and we are going to be moving bullish, looking only for buys. And as soon as price disrespected that bearish fair value gap, it created a bullish fair value gap this way. I'm going to color it blue. And guess what price did? Price came back, we tested it, and price kept on going further. So let me focus a little bit more on bearish fair value gaps for you guys. Let me focus on bearish fair value gaps for a little bit for you guys. And so for bearish fair value gaps, as you guys can see, price is moving downward, and it's creating those bearish fair value gaps. As you guys can see, it's not taking me that long to like notice them. Then if you pay attention, you realize that price is moving downward, and that's why they were being respected. I know I may have gone a little bit too far, but what you will need to realize is that to identify a fair value gap, you need to look at like three candles. So the space, I'll use this example for us to understand fair value gaps. I'm going to give it a neutral color. Okay, so usually for those who don't know how to identify fair value gaps, what we need to do is like look at three candles. Look at the candles in sets, three candles. So you see this candle closed, the next candle opened, then the third candle, and then look for the space between those candles. And in this case, you see that from the wick to the wick of the third candle, that's the fair value gap. And given the fact that the candles are like going down, they're moving bearish, they're selling, that makes it a bearish fair value gap. And on the other hand, if the candles were like going upward, you could have made it a bullish fair value gap. And just to show you guys, funny enough, like if you could have waited for your retest of the fair value gap, as I told you guys, you can consider them as demand or supply zones. Personally, I just consider them as demand and supply zones. So as soon as price reacted from there, it gave us the engulfing candlestick pattern, entry confirmation, you enter, you shoot for the sales. So that's basically it for like fair value gaps. And in case you guys don't understand it, you guys should like drop your comment in the comment section, and I'll look into them and see if I can explain better. But I think that's basically it. Also, I've shown you guys now how to identify the fair value gaps. The next question is that how do you place your entries? Like how do you place your entries? What's your stop loss placement and what's your target? Simple, right? Okay, so basically, without even, let me just use an example that is just right in front of our faces. Remember, I told you guys that this new fair value gap was formed and it disrespected the previous fair value gap, which was bearish, and our bias was what? Bullish. The basic and the most simple things to do is you stack your confluences. The fair value gaps already indicate a direction. So now the next one is that what is my entry confirmation? Personally, I prefer, if you look at my past videos, I am a fanatic of the engulfing candlestick pattern. That's my niche. So the simplest thing to do is to get the best result is to simply wait for your 4-hour engulfing candlestick pattern to be formed. Then you identify your ATR. In this case, our ATR was 26 pips. So what you do is you enter 26 pips, 26, okay, as 26 pips stop loss. And I personally aim for a 1:2. Personally aim for a 1:2. And as you can see, price went straight to TP. For those of you who like going break even at 1:1, you could have gone break even here and allowed the rest to hit TP at 1:2. Apart from that, those of you who like adding extra confluences, you can basically, given the fact that the engulfing candlestick, the fair value gap is a demand zone, if you place your FIP 2, you realize that the reaction took place at a key point, and you can see for me, I took at the 0.382 FIP level. Personally, I don't need to do all of that. I just enter as soon as I have my confirmation candle, and that's basically it. And for the bullish example, we're going to use this. We'll use this fair value gap, this way. We'll use this fair value gap. We use this fair value gap. As you can see, price gave us a fair value gap, and as I told you guys, a bearish fair value gap is a supply zone, so wait for a retest at the supply zone and the engulfing candlestick pattern for the confirmation for entry. So I got this engulfing candlestick pattern, and let me check the ATR. ATR is 33 pips, so simply enter 33 pips, 33, and you go for your 1:2. Okay, in this scenario, price didn't hit 1:2, and for those of you guys who could have gone break even at 1:1, you could have been good to go by now. Yeah. So that's basically it, guys. I've shown you guys how to identify the fair value gaps, how to place your entries, how to place your stop loss, and even possibly how to like manage your trade as the market is giving you your profits. Many people go for Many people take their partials at a 1:1. Personally, I'm not a fan of partials. I prefer to either let my trade hit TP or stop loss, of which I'm getting comfortable with taking break-even trades. But if you check my previous videos, you will see I go for 1:1.5 or 1:2. I keep my TPs at base points. That's it about the video. I've made it so simple that anyone with basic trading knowledge can, go into the market and start like back testing, forward testing, open a demo account, and start making it rain. If you like the video, subscribe and let's watch out for the next video. I'm thinking of going crazy on YouTube right now. Like, yeah. Alright guys, you guys should take care and peace out.